Greetings, children, and welcome to my chamber. My name is Rotherick Gastblood, and I'm your host of Tales from the Dark Chamber. This week, we have a great show for you. Tales to make your skin crawl. Each week, my chambermate and I read a scary tale that we found on the internet, or perhaps left under some corpse. Either way, we think you're going to like it, and we're just dying for you to hear it. So sit right back, light a candle, and let's have a ghoul evening. So, Woody, are you going to read the next exciting chapter of Even Death May Die this week? It's getting very interesting.
Well, Rotherick, seems we don't have the next installment yet. R.K. DeWitt hasn't released it. Sorry, man.
Aw, and I was hoping to hear more about that mysterious beast that plagues our travelers.
Yeah, me too. I was really getting into the whole we're being protected and menaced by a malevolent being theme of our story. But hey, when the next part comes out, we'll read it, okay?
Certainly. So, what's this week's story about?
Well, I have been reading a few. Say, Rotherick, did you ever have a diary when you were younger?
I did keep a few notes. You know, who we killed, where they were buried, the smells that emanated from them, the screams as they were tortured.
Okay, enough. I get the picture.
Do you keep a diary of sorts?
Well, not really. I'm not much of a writer.
Illiterate, are we?
No, I can cook pretty well. But that's not important right now. I just never got into jotting my thoughts down. I do use a stenographer's pad and composition books to keep my notes and drawings in, so yeah, I guess I do keep a diary.
I see. So our story tonight is about a diary?
Yeah, it's about a young family man who's been writing in his diary for some time about strange things happening to his young daughter in David's Diary. Enjoy. David's Diary by Gotz von Berlichingen. June 13th, 2008. The wife says that journals help alleviate stress and retain memories. She always has some new way to make me feel like I have some sort of mental deficiency. She says she's going to read it for a few weeks to make sure that I actually write in it. Pretty rude if you ask me. I don't think she'd like it if I went to reading through her journal, if she keeps one. But you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. So I guess I'll just do what she says. June 15th, 2008. Well, I got a gold star for my last entry, so I suppose I'm doing something right, for once. So I guess I should write about what happened today. Well, Cheyenne, our daughter, came home today talking about her day with my mother. Mom loves taking her to the ice cream shop up the road. She also talked about her friend she met while playing in the woods. I don't like her going out there alone. She says she wants to go over to her next-door friend's house tonight. Maybe I can actually have some playtime of my own with my special friend. June 16th, 2008. Slept with my wife for the first time in about 2 weeks. Got to say, if anything alleviates stress, it would be a nice shag like that. Cheyenne is coming home in a few hours, so I guess I should get dressed. I wouldn't want her to be scared. The first time I saw my dad naked, I think I blacked out. There are just some things kids shouldn't see. June 20th, 2008. Today, Cheyenne came to bed with us for the first time in about 5 years. She said the monsters outside of her window were trying to get in. But she's only 8, so what are you going to do about it, right? I think I was scared of monsters until I was 9 or so it's not anything out of the ordinary. June 21st, 2008. Mom says she's worried about Cheyenne. She says that she isn't acting right. The wife thinks we should take her to a psychiatrist, as if we weren't out of money already. But if it will help Cheyenne, then I suppose it's okay. June 24th, 2008. Well, Cheyenne isn't doing so hot with the psychiatrist. She hardly talks, and when she does, she just talks about the monsters outside of her window. The psychiatrist thinks it's just some sort of a coping mechanism for something traumatic. The man asked if the wife and I were arguing or fighting. He obviously doesn't know what kind of a spineless man I am. June 26th, 2008. Cheyenne won't sleep in her room anymore. She says when she does, the tree man talks to her. I hope she gets over this soon. Can't really have some bedtime play when the kid's in the bed. July 2nd, 2008. Well, it's been a while and Cheyenne seems to be getting worse. Now she won't talk at all. She just sits there in the living room staring out the window. She hasn't slept in her room and she keeps waking up screaming. I can't sleep well enough to function at work anymore, and the boss says I need to shape up or I may wind up out of a job. This whole situation is fucked. July 4th, 2008. Last night at about 3 a.m, Cheyenne woke up screaming again, pointing at our door. She wouldn't talk, just cry. I got fed up and grabbed the bat beside the bed and went into the hallway. Cheyenne's window was open and her bed sheets were strewn across the room. I looked out the window, but nothing was there. Some sick bastard must be trying to kidnap her. I called the cops, but they say they couldn't find anything that suggested forced entry. I swear, if I see that creep, I'll cave his skull in. July 5th, 2008. Cheyenne talked for the first time in ages today. She said the tree man doesn't like her hiding from him. I tried to get more out of her, but she just kept talking about this tree man. She says he just wants to play. I don't like this. Maybe Cheyenne should stay with my mother for a bit. After that ordeal with her room, I don't like the idea of someone breaking in with her here. July 6th, 2008. Mom took Cheyenne over to her house. Hopefully Mom can get her to talk. July 8th, 2008. Mom called last night and said that Cheyenne was acting really strange. I told her about the psychiatrist and all, and got lectured about being more responsible with my actions around my child. I love my mom and all, but sometimes she can piss me off. I had a security system installed today, so hopefully I can catch anyone if they decided to break in this time. July 9th, 2008. Last night the alarm went off at 3. When I went in to check on everything, nothing was open. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't like it. July 10th, 2008. When I came downstairs this morning, there was one of Cheyenne's drawings on the floor. I don't know how it got there. I know I didn't put it there, and my wife didn't either. And I'm starting to think we may need to move. July 12th, 2008. Cheyenne came home today. She seems even worse than before. Mom said she didn't want to do anything the entire time and just sat on the couch mumbling about the tree man. I don't know what to do, and I'm starting to get a bit freaked out myself. July 13th, 2008. Last night, I stayed in Cheyenne's room to wait for this tree man she talks about, but something fucked up happened. I was nodding off when I heard this loud static-like sound. It was coming from Cheyenne's toy walkie-talkies. I took out the batteries and set them back in her toy chest. About 20 minutes later, I heard it again, but there was a voice this time. I couldn't hear it clearly through the static. I looked at the window and I saw this thing standing there. It was unnatural looking. Its long, spindly arms, like spider legs. I couldn't see its face. It looked almost like it didn't have one. I woke up this morning on the couch. Was it all a dream? It didn't feel like it. I think I need to lay off the curry. July 15th, 2008. Cheyenne wouldn't wake up this morning. She was breathing, but she wouldn't wake up. We took her to the hospital. They said she was in a coma. Why is this happening to us? What have we ever done to deserve this? The doctor says she should be fine, but I don't like this one bit. I don't know what to do. July 16th, 2008. I got fired today. Boss said I was too unreliable. My wife said she could go back to work with her dad until I can get another job. I don't know what to do with myself. July 17th, 2008. The doctors called today. They said Cheyenne was doing okay, but they still don't know what was wrong with her. I saw the thing again last night, too. It was starting through her bedroom door, looking at me, just standing there. My wife doesn't believe me. She says I'm being overreactive. I know what I saw, and I know it wasn't a dream. July 18th, 2008. My first day home alone in years. I don't like it. Every time I see a shadow or a small bit of movement, I freak out. I don't know what this thing is, but I don't want to see it again. I spent most of the day sitting on the couch. I don't know what to do with myself. July 20th, 2008. These past few days have been awful. I saw the thing again, and this time it moved. Oh God, it fucking moved. It didn't move like anything I'd ever seen. It snapped and cracked with each step. Its face, its fucking face. It didn't have one. Just a blank head. I think I pissed the bed when I saw it. The wife doesn't want me talking about it. She won't listen. July 21st, 2008. My wife left this morning. She said she'd have to work overtime because no one could cover the other shift. I don't want to be alone here. July 22nd, 2008. Cheyenne woke up early today. She seemed better. At least there was something good. I don't want her in the house, though, that this thing is in here. The wife says she needs to come home. July 23rd, 2008. I woke up screaming. I dreamt about that thing. It was trying to take Cheyenne. I cried like a baby for hours. My wife thinks I need antidepressants. I don't need anything. I'm not crazy. I'm not imagining things. I won't let that thing take her. July 24th, 2008. I woke up this morning and I didn't see Cheyenne in the bed with us. I lost my mind and I ran around the house looking for her. I found her in the bathroom. She had blood coming out of her mouth. She didn't seem hurt, but she wouldn't say a word, not even a mumble. Oh God, what's going on? July 25th, 2008. It lives in the woods behind our house. I saw it looking at me through the trees. I know it's there. I see it every time I look out the window. No one believes me. No one understands. July 26, 2008. It came again last night, but I didn't let it get her. I hit it right in its blank face. The bat broke and I tried stabbing it with a broken end, but it didn't bleed. I got its head, but the cut was dry. Nothing but black below it. No blood. This thing isn't possible. It left us alone. My wife still doesn't believe me. It was right there. How could she not see it? She thinks I'm crazy. She thinks I'm going insane. July 28th, 2008. It took her. It fucking took her. I tried to stop it, but I couldn't. It fucking took her. I have to go into the woods. There's no choice. I wouldn't let that thing have my daughter. Unknown date. Frantically scribbled. I love you, Charlotte. I'm going to get our daughter. I won't let it have her. It watches us. As if it sees us. Forever. David's Diary by Gotz von Berlichingen. Well, folks, that's our story tonight. Rothrick and I hope you enjoyed it. We sure had a great time bringing it to you, and we really appreciate you listening. Tune in next week when we bring you another chilling Tales from the Dark Chamber. And just a note, if you're an aspiring author and want your story read here on Tales from the Dark Chamber, send us a note at talesfromthedarkchamber@gmail.com. If it creeps old Rothrick out enough, we'll air it. And subscribe to our channel here for notification of our next new episode, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember, hit that like button and help us grow the channel. Also, make sure you tell your friends about us. Spread the word. If you want your story recorded for your own use, or just want to have it, check out my website at woodygvoiceover.net. You can order there. And again, thank you for listening tonight.